Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about why buying cheaper isn't always better. Let's get started. I think many of us can agree that there are misconceptions with frugality where we think that we have to buy the cheapest item, but I also think it's good to get good value out of what we do buy. I'm going to go over some items where I've learned my lesson that buying the cheapest wasn't a great choice. The first one is clothing. Part of the reason for clothing for me is because I've done the yo-yo dieting and I've been all over there with the dieting. I know I told you guys a few years back, about 7 years ago, I'd gotten down to 170 and I felt really good where I was at, and I went and I bought some really nice clothes from Chico. I have to tell you that those clothes looked really nice on me. They were very slenderizing. They were well made. They washed well. Did they cost a little bit more? Yes. But I was so happy with it. I think many times when we buy clothes, we try to buy the cheapest, not all of us, but some folks, and the clothes don't even look that great. They're not even that becoming. And then when you wash them, they pill or they're misshapen. And I'm just giving you an example of a shirt. Now, I'm not saying this shirt looks terrible on me, but it's not the most becoming. And many of my clothes, to be totally frank with you, are not the most becoming. When I get down to 170, which I will, or 160s, and I feel I've stabilized for a while, I would like to invest in a few nicer pieces of clothing. But right now I'm not purchasing clothes because I do want to drop more weight. So clothing, number one. Number two, cars. And I know that there's many people that believe in buying a good used car. Some people believe in buying a new car. Everyone's different on that. And each person's needs are different. I can tell you from past experience, when we bought some heavily used cars, we ended up being at the mechanic all the time, and it was very stressful. And there is nothing worse than being broken down on the side of the road when it's over 100 degrees out. So buying a decent car for our family, since we only have one vehicle, is a good choice. Number three, shoes. We've spoken about this. I used to buy $1 flip-flops. Well, I can tell you, with me being a bigger girl, that didn't give me a lot of support. I do buy SAS shoes, which I like. I am looking for some alternatives to that as a backup. If any of you have a favorite brand of shoes that you like, that you feel is a good price but good quality, I'd like to hear about it in the comments below. Number four, computer. Since I work from home, I cannot buy the cheapest computer. I remember years ago when I first started out working from home, I bought an e-machine. Now, I'm not saying it was horrible, but out of all the computers I owned, it wasn't the best. Now I do invest in a better computer, and I'm very happy. I actually like Hewlett-Packard. That has been an excellent brand for computers and printers for our family. Number five, makeup. I usually, you don't have to go buy the most expensive makeup, but I've noticed buying the cheapest of the cheap, there is a difference, especially with lipstick and eyeliner. The eyeliner doesn't show up very well, and then the lipstick kind of bleeds, as you would say, and doesn't look good. So buying basically at least middle of the road makeup for me, I've noticed. Food, I used to buy food sometimes at maybe the dollar zone area, and yes, you can get some good deals on food, but when you're buying the cheapest, whether it's produce or things, you may not always get the best quality, and if you're not eating it, you're throwing that money down the tube anyway. This is one I'm feeling passionate about, number seven, and I've already spoken about this in another video. Candles. I know a good candle can cost a lot, but I'm going to tell you this. I got this one at a grocery store, and I have another one like it that I burned. You can barely smell it, and it was a waste of money because I know I got it on clearance, but if it's not going to do what it's supposed to do, then what's the purpose of it? And one of the candles, not this particular brand, but another cheaper grocery store brand, had a bunch of soot on there. What's the purpose of that? I already mentioned, you guys, I really like Bath & Body Works candles. Next time they have a sale, I plan on stocking up because that's a candle I like. Yes, it costs more, but at least I'm going to get value out of it rather than buying the cheapest. So that would be another one. Number eight, a mattress. One time I bought a really cheap mattress. It barely lasted very long at all, and after just a few years, it was really uncomfortable. So mattress. Last but not least, number nine, kitchen items. And I'm going to tell you a really quick story with this. This, as you can see, this is not the thing that I'm unhappy with. As you guys know, with one of these little, I'm going to call it a gadget. Yeah, I don't know if we'll know what you call it, but you put it on an apple and it goes like this. It breaks your apple into pieces. Well, I purchased a plastic one of these. Okay, I used it a couple times and it snapped and broke apart. This one cost more, but it's lasted me for years. Another example would be an ice cream scoop. I used to have one and I don't remember what happened to it. We had a really good one from Tupperware that it melted the ice cream as you scooped. It was really good. But a cheap ice cream scooper would be something else that if you eat ice cream, it's hard. You need, at least for us, I like one that melts the ice cream as you scoop. So buying cheap kitchen items is another thing. I know we could go on and think of many things that it's not worth buying less expensive items or the cheapest of the cheap. I actually should do a video on what items would be good to buy cheap. That's actually a good idea for another video. So, question below. If you were to say what items in your life have you purchased really cheaply and you regretted that purchase? Tell us your life experience. I'd like to hear from you. If you find this video useful, please consider subscribing. I have playlists on all different sorts of topics. And also, please consider supporting me on Patreon for more personal videos. That's all for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.